Henry, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. So were you all able to join before I got in?
No.
No.
Okay. Wow. I just went through the most painful process. Multi authorization.
Oh, okay. That's
Oh
what
God. It
taking a
wouldn't even
while.
let me join Zoom. Wouldn't let me log into my email. I'd go on my phone, download the app, not download, but open the app to get access to my town information. So all in the name of security. Sorry about that.
No worries. Hopefully everybody else will pop in soon.
Julian and Britt are waiting to be made panelists.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm also driving home, so if we get to the section for the treasurer, I do have the balance, but it's written down in my bag, and we might, if we could just circle back if I'm not home by then.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So Ellen, I made you co-host.
Okay. I just let in Britt and Julian. So excellent. And we're just missing Bennett at the moment from the previous group, but we do have a quorum.
Ellen, do you need me to take minutes, or did we want to switch around per your comment from our last meeting about switching it up?
Yeah, we can switch it up if well, Sarah's driving.
Sarah's driving, yeah.
So I don't know.
I'm happy to do it, but I
Okay. All right. Why don't you do it this time, Britt? Thank
Okay.
you. Since you're
Yep,
all ready
sure.
to go, and we will rotate. But let's get started. Doesn't look like we have any public people. All right, so I'll call the meeting to order pursuant to Chapter 20 of the Acts of 2021 and extended again by Chapter 2 of the Acts of 2023. This meeting will be conducted via remote means. Members of the public who wish to access the meeting may do so via Zoom or by telephone. This is a meeting of the Town of Amherst Public Shade Tree Committee. It is Tuesday, November 4th at 5:41 p.m. Oh, shoot. Are we recording? This,
Yep.
It should be recording.
Says
okay,
automatically.
good. This meeting is being recorded and will be posted to the Town of Amherst YouTube channel. A link to this uploaded recording will be found at the top and end of the posted approved minutes for this meeting. Okay, I will now do a roll call to make sure each committee member's videos and audios are working properly. Henry, can we hear you?
Can you hear me? I don't know.
Yes, thank you. Julian, we see you. Can we hear you? Your mic is
Yes.
working. Thank you. Britt,
Yep.
thank you. And Sarah, you don't need to turn on your video, but we can hear you?
Yes, I can hear you, and I'll turn on my video when I'm not driving.
Okay, that's fine. And Alan, we can hear you. You are present. Thank you. Okay, are there any, I guess there are no public comments with no public attendees, but are there any announcements or anything people would like to share before we delve into the agenda?
I just want to make sure we have a note taker. Is that Britt? Good.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so let's, I'm sorry I got the minutes out late last night, but I hope everybody had a chance to look at them. Are there any changes or edits that anybody would like to make?
I made one brief change on the document. There was a typo or, yeah, I forget the word, but yeah.
It was just a typo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, can somebody make a motion to approve the minutes, please?
The typo is evidence of my humanity, Henry, and the fact that I'm not using AI to do the minutes, which I could, but I'm not.
Can I have a motion to approve the October meeting minutes then?
Yeah,
I
I'll
know-
make a motion to approve them.
Thank you. Second? Somebody, I don't think I can do it. Thank you, Julian. Sorry, it has to be verbal. I know it's a pain.
Yep.
Thank you.
Sorry, I'm chewing.
That's okay. Any discussion? All right, we will now,
The only discussion is that even though the town says we need to do all this in that formal way, I don't think we need to. I think you can just show of hands who wants to prove the minutes done.
okay.
Anyway, just my opinion.
Yeah, I know. I'm stringing this out long way. I'm sorry about that.
I'm gonna write Henry goes on record to break rules.
Okay. All right, then I can't see Sarah, but show of hands of all those who want to approve the minutes.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. Minutes are unanimously approved. Collection of volunteer hours. I think I had about 16 this month. Henry? You're on mute, Henry, if you could share your hours with us.
4, sorry.
That's okay. Thank you. Julian?
11.
Thank you. Britt?
3.
And Sarah?
3.
Great. Thank you. Okay. We'll now move to the chair report. And I will say that as Bennett highlighted in the e-newsletter, we've received some really nice publicity lately, mostly all very positive. The town held a really nice celebratory event for the North Common ribbon cutting. Alan gave a great talk at the dedication. He mentioned the committee's efforts to preserve many of the mature trees on the common, as well as planting many more new trees. I believe we're at 12 new trees with the project, and it's really just a beautiful, welcoming and accessible green open space in downtown Amherst. Paul Bockelman said, this is the most important piece of land that the town owns. So we should feel proud of all the work we've done to make it happen and beautify it. The only thing that I found a little bit upsetting was Town Council President Lynn Gracemere, who opened the presentations by thanking the Public Shade Tree Committee, saying that its members had the, quote, courage to murder the Merry Maple, thereby allowing the renovations to happen. Unfortunately, Scott Mearsback picked up on that, and that was his opening quotation used in the Gazette article. It was distressing to hear her say that, and that was not the case. And so even though the Shade Tree Committee was very much praised for their involvement, that just left kind of a bad feeling in my stomach. So I didn't write to her or do anything, but I don't know if the committee feels that that is something that should be done. I think it was done in jest, but bad choice of words, in my opinion. And so then I was not aware that Hetty Startup was writing an article in the Amherst Indy about the committee, but I was pleasantly surprised. Thank you, Britt, for sharing that with everyone. Hetty obviously spent a lot of time on our website and social media accounts. Her article was very complimentary. She provided lots of links. I did leave a comment thanking her for her article. The only thing I found that I wasn't sure was accurate or where the information came from was she wrote that in February 2024 and I apologies for my bad pronunciation, to Bishvat, the Jewish New Year observance for trees. The committee pledged to plant trees every second Saturday. I'm not sure that's where second Saturday plantings came about, certainly not in 2024, but perhaps Alan or Henry, was that where the idea came from many years ago?
No, no, no. We've been doing second Saturday plantings for many years.
Okay.
You pronounced it right, Tu Bishvat, but
Thank you.
since it happens in February, we don't plant then because here you can't plant then. But yeah, at
Okay.
least until climate changes more. But yeah.
Okay. So that was the only thing I was like, that didn't sound quite familiar to me, but otherwise I thought the article was quite complimentary, and she pulled in several photographs. And then what I thought was super interesting in the comments, a composer, Adam Sweet, he wrote a folk song inspired by the article titled Amherst in the Shade. And he said it's a tribute to the people of Amherst who plant trees, build green spaces, and soften the city's heat islands, one branch at a time. It is on SoundCloud. I listened to it. It has the lyrics. It mentions like Stanley Street and all the different places that we've planted. It's really kind of amazing that song was inspired by our work and by the article. I thought it'd be wonderful to promote that on social media. I can provide links. I'm not familiar with Adam Sweet. Is anybody on the committee aware of him? Or, oh, Britt, you have your hand up.
Yeah, I listened to that song and then I explored his repertoire, and it appears to be all generated by AI. So I would
Oh dear.
I would just that is my very strong theory. We don't need to go into detail about it here, but it's something to consider for the committee. If you listen to the other songs, it's a vast number of others sound, different voices, and I looked him up. It's, he's a music teacher. I don't know, but it's all in my view seems to be heavily AI. So anyway, I just wanted to share that before we go promoting art.
Okay.
That is maybe not.
Is there any way we can?
We could certainly reach out to him and ask. And
Okay.
I talked to some like younger folks who make music, and I said like, hey, is this AI? And they said, it might just be someone making use of this technology in a way that they're excited about. And a lot of folks don't see anything wrong with that, and that's fine. But I don't think that this is something that he could like perform live. But again, I don't, that is an assumption. And so if we wanted to promote this, I would suggest that we reach out to this person first to figure out if it is, created by a human.
Okay. I'm happy to do that. I think, does this person have a website? It's easy to find them to communicate with. Do you know, Britt?
They do. I think they do have a website. Yeah, and it suggests
Okay.
they're a music teacher. And there's like a whole album if you go through it. That I think takes information from the indie, and makes it
Okay.
into songs. So yeah.
Okay.
But it was a really interesting thing to hear a song about the work
Yeah.
of the Amherst Shade Tree Committee
Okay.
with Julian on the cover. So
Yeah, I know.
I was like, how
All
did my
right.
picture appear here? I'm like,
Well, I thought it was really great, but yeah, okay, I'll do a little more investigating before we promote it then. So I can write to Adam and just get a little more information on it. I think those were basically my two updates. I'm just looking, yes, I think that's pretty much it for me. The other items I want to discuss are in the agenda later on. So we can move to Julian and Vice Chair.
Hi, yes. So my report, I mowed the nursery today. We get election day off. So I went over there and it looks in pretty good shape. Basically we just need to replant the trees, put some new trees in, mulch over, sort of mulch them in, pile the mulch on top, that sort of thing. Some pruning, but nothing major. My only other update was going to be what Britt was saying about the song. But that was my only other noticing, and you beat me to it. So I believe that's all.
Thank you. We'll move to tree warden, Alan.
Not a lot to report. As I discussed, as I mentioned at the site visit the other day, that there will be a tree hearing. It's going to be a scenic road tree hearing for the oak tree on East Pleasant Street, where Clark Road comes out onto East Pleasant Street, across from Strong Street. So the university had looked into requesting its removal to improve the sight line looking north from Clark Hill Road. They did a bunch of regrading there and they never submitted a request to remove the tree. I thought it was done. They have reached out to the superintendent of public works and requested that the tree be removed for safety purposes, and that the town was going to be requesting a tree hearing to remove the tree. So that's information is being sent to the planning board, who will schedule the scenic road hearing. And they will have a site visit, and we will need to schedule a site visit with the Shade Tree Committee to also look at the tree, so that you can make a recommendation to the joint planning board tree warden tree hearing.
Okay, so they will invite us to join in that meeting. Okay,
Yes, yeah.
thank you.
Usually at least one representative from the Shade Tree Committee is in attendance. You send the recommendation of the committees to the planning board and tree warden. So.
But we
And-
do a site visit and then we have our committee makes a recommendation at a meeting
Yes.
for that. Yeah.
Yes. So we should probably schedule that site visit, before the next scheduled meeting of the Shade Tree Committee. So that would need to be obviously December's meeting, where you could vote on a recommendation.
Alan, is that a pretty mature tree?
Yes.
I walked around it. It's very, I mean, it's a large oak tree.
What else? So we Sugarloaf Nursery and Garden Center donated around 12 trees, I think it was, large trees. And I have picked those up. They're currently at the Tree and Grounds Department. I have homes for probably half of those trees that we need to get planted in the next 3 weeks or so. And then the rest will get healed in at the nursery. The ones that I don't have homes for, and me try to get down there so that the committee can help, move the mulch to heal those in. They're big. They're very heavy. They were overwintered at the Sugarloaf Nursery for a year already. So these are, these trees have been above ground for 2 years now, which is why they get donated to the town. So I'd like to request that the committee, send a thank you note to Sugarloaf Nursery and Garden Center. And it would be really nice if there's some way that the committee could do a news article wrapping up the year or something that would include a thank you in the paper for the nursery's donation to the town. It's very generous.
I can certainly write the thank you note. I'd send that to Dan. Is that
Yes, yes.
okay? I can do that. Do you need help planting these trees that you have locations already for?
Yeah, I mean, we should be able to get most of them in, the ones that I've already kind of cited, and I know where they need to go. There's a couple others that I might, if folks are available, maybe we could try to schedule something, but it's, it's difficult to, schedule that on a non-second Saturday planting. So I understand that.
Okay.
But it'd be a big help if I do get the trees down there before Saturday to have them, help move the mulch to heal them in.
Yeah, Alan, if you just pick a date that works for your crew and then
Right.
let us know and some of us will come.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have free time like Mondays, Fridays, so
And
Yeah.
I would say if it's the difference between these trees surviving and not surviving, let's just get them in the ground. So
well, there's over by Julian's condo there, association, Pine Grove Road and Old Farm Road. There's a swamp white oak going in there along the road that could be planted. And there's two trees growing on Pine Street that could also be planted. It's very open spaces. So
Yeah, just let us know when
I
you
will.
know the dates, and if anyone's available, I'm pretty flexible, so would be happy to help.
Okay.
Just
you.
for the thank you note, can I ask what type of trees
I can
generally?
send you. I'll send you.
You'll send me a list?
List
Okay.
of what we donated. And
Can I just ask a technical question? When you say the
Sure.
trees have been above ground for 2 years, does I'm assuming that they're not in great health, or does that affect their long-term chance of
Mm.
survival?
It can. So what they do when you dig a tree bald and burlap from the field and they put it in the back of a truck and ship it to a nursery for resale. And they mulch it in at the nursery, so there's a pile of mulch around it, and then when they go to overwinter them, they add even more mulch around it. What that does is it causes the tree to send feeder roots out from the burlap into the surrounding mulch and down into the surrounding soil. So the tree has, expended a lot of energy to grow roots outside of their metal cage in the burlap. So when you go to take off the metal cage, when you go to take off the burlap, you're ripping off all of these roots. So it can be, a shock for the trees, but generally speaking, we've had very good success with most trees that we've gotten like this. It takes a little extra care while trying to plant them. The hole has to be a little wider because there's actually a lot of roots down there that, to try to get in the ground. So.
It's stressful for the tree. It's also really stressful for us to plant. It's really hard to get the bags off.
Yes.
They're usually really quite heavy and difficult to manage, but we can do it.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Thank
think
you.
that's about it. If I don't have any other breaking news on the tree front, I just sent Ellen 2 emails about some upcoming webinars that might be interesting to attend, and a gallery show in the new design building that was a cooperative project, multi-departmental project to develop affordable housing, kind of redeveloping urban spaces for affordable housing heavily using green infrastructure. So Dr. Brian Kane, who teaches in the urban forestry arboriculture program at UMass, was in on this project. Some landscape architects from UMass were in on this project. Planners were in on this project. It's a multidisciplinary project, and you can go to the if Ellen could share that email, you can go to the gallery and see their work that they're just kind of concept they're developing for sustainable, green, affordable housing. It was interesting. And
Yeah.
the other one is a webinar for on significant tree ordinances around the country.
Where is
Oh.
it?
Wait, repeat
the-
that last part.
It's a webinar on significant tree ordinances, you know,
That's separate from the
it's
build,
separate
the
from the design, yeah. It's a-
exhibit
it's
at
a-
the design building. Okay.
Yep. So that's an upcoming webinar. I think it actually might be this week. So
I'll send it out. If you sent it to me, I'll pop it out to everybody tonight.
okay. And that's all I have.
Thank you, Alan. Sarah, if it's safe for you, will you need our treasurer's report? Otherwise, we can get it when you're in your home.
I
Okay,
just opened the door.
Okay.
It's in my bag.
I'll make a brief
and if-
announcement while you get it.
Okay,
Okay.
go ahead, Henry.
The webinars, I also get those on Thursday, this Thursday, the 6th at noon, urban tree diversity and open-ended prospect. And then maybe these are different. And on December 11th is another one. So
Thank you.
I don't know if that's the same ones Alan sent out, but
Julian, while Sarah's getting her information, are there any updates to social media?
Yeah, sure. Not much of an update. I'll post one thing for the November, when we do our November work day at the nursery, but I did post for the North Common celebration that got a lot of support from the town, the BID, the town management, and so on and so forth. And then I also posted Alan's speech, which was great, of the town people on Instagram. It was nice to see all of them liking it. And then the memorial tree for Sequoia. I posted a memorial post on Instagram for that. So that's been up there probably for about maybe a week and a half now. And that's my update.
Thank you for doing that and staying on top of it. I appreciate that. Sarah, how are you doing?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Our balance is $11,193.35, which reflects no change since October.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
We'll now move to presentations and discussions. Any things that we need to know for this Saturday workday at the tree nursery? I'm just gonna check the weather. I haven't looked yet.
Looks rainy.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Okay,
Early morning rain, I saw.
okay. But possibly 59 degrees. That's pretty warm. All right. Well, if it looks like it'll be a rain out, I guess, Alan, I'll touch base with you and we'll
Okay.
make a call beforehand. Is everybody okay with email correspondence, or if something's really last minute like that, is a text okay? I just want to make sure everyone's okay if I text you. Okay,
Either
thank
one.
you.
however, some time ago, we canceled a planting and Greenfield went ahead with planting on that date. And so at that point, I said, we're never canceling again because of weather. I mean, the trees, it's better to plant the trees in the rain.
Okay,
So unless it's really terrible, we should try not to cancel.
okay. We will try not to. It's just a safety issue. So I just want
Yeah.
to make sure. Okay. And I saw, Alan, there's a big pile of mulch and loam and everything. So just bring our shovels and you'll bring water?
I'll have water. Yeah.
Okay,
I have some of those, like a few of those bare root trees from Arbor Day that still need to be put into grow bags. I'm not sure if I ordered 30 new grow bags. I'm not sure if they're gonna be here in time, but I do have some extra grow bags, and there's a bunch of grow bags there that we need to put new trees in. So
Okay.
I'm thinking we can just use the grow bags that are there to put the trees in. So.
Would we have to replace the soil, or could you just plant in the existing soil?
I would probably dump it out and
Okay.
you probably reuse the compost. It's it's not bad. It's not I did we do need, I think I mentioned this last time, we do need to do a nutrients kind of management program at the nursery where we provide those trees in the grow bags, some supplemental nutrients in the beginning. So.
Okay. And then are there any projects that anybody wants to suggest or do over the winter months for second Saturdays? I think I remember last year, Julian and Henry made some tree cages, which I now have in my garage. We have quite a few, but we can always make more. Any other ideas on if
I
there's
have an
any?
idea.
Okay,
I'd like to spend one second Saturday doing a working group meeting, maybe in person, where we can sit down and hash out a draft of the significant tree ordinance.
I love that. That's great.
I just think it'd be helpful to like have a designated time that's maybe already on the schedule to put heads together. It could be a full committee meeting. I think being in person could be really helpful. Just we can like live edit. I don't know, I'm just thinking we could meet somewhere in Amherst. But whether it's a working group or a full meeting, I just think I'd like to sit down with anybody who's interested and get a draft that we could then review for the committee at a subsequent meeting.
I love that idea. I think that's great. Is there an open meeting? Is that a problem with open meeting law?
We would have to
No.
post it as like a
Yeah.
retreat, right? And then we
You
could
just-
just do it.
Well,
I mean,
that's why I was thinking it could be a working group.
Yeah.
Thing, not an official meeting.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're not
perfect.
making decisions, you're not voting on anything. You're working on a draft to bring to the committee to discuss. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So that does a working group need to be posted?
It doesn't need to be. I mean, you could post it, but
Okay.
yeah, it doesn't need to be. As far as I'm aware, it doesn't need to be. I can ask.
Thank you. I'm not clear on that. Do people have feelings? Is January a better month to do that than December?
Yes, please.
Okay. All right. So let's tentatively plan for the second Saturday in January, which is the 10th. Possibly doing it, having a working group meeting then. I love that idea. Any other thoughts?
Yeah, another possibility is we use those tree cages we have and go to some trees we've planted in the past few years and put them up.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
That
That could be the
per-
December one, maybe.
Yeah, let's protect the bark. All right, so, and again, that will be informal. So yeah, I can do that in December. December 13th. Yeah. Whoever's available and willing, let's go do that. I did not take a count, Henry. We probably should make some more, do you think?
I don't know, Alan, do you still have some also?
I have some too as well.
There's
Oh,
a
okay.
lot.
Let's just
We
use
need a
these up
lot.
and then I'm happy to make more at another
Okay.
time.
Okay. So that sounds like a good December project. Thank you. All right. Tree of the month. That's me taking forever. But I'm in fairly good shape with it. I think I sent everybody links to the articles and the images. I just need to write the sort of the introduction to it and do sort of a press announcement. So I'm going to do this for starting off the new year, January. I have told people about it coming and everybody seems really interested in it and excited. I let Jane Wald know that Emily and Austin's trees are mentioned in the White Oak article. So I think there'll be some nice tie-ins that we can do on social media too. And I need to reach out to a few other places, but I'm definitely going to aim for that for January. So I will get the news out, I guess sooner than later, because I think December, everything kind of can get lost. So I will get those out by the end of November.
Just for note-taking purposes, is Jane Wald at the Emily
Emily
Dickinson
Dickinson,
Museum? Okay.
she's the
just checking.
executive director,
Yeah, great.
yes.
That's what I assumed.
Okay.
Did you ever reach out to try to get these published in the Gazette or on?
No,
the-
that's what I need to do, that whole sort of publicity push. So I'm gonna aim to get that out by the end of this month, and then we'll launch it in January, and then that way it's sort of a clean January through December project. I've got 4 of them ready to go, so that will get me through to spring, because I'd like to take some new photos when spring comes for some of the other trees.
I think this is when we were talking about Dawn redwoods. Their needles have turned colors, but have
Yes.
not yet dropped. Because I recall something about reporting back when they dropped their needles. So
Okay. I have a picture of the 2 Dawn redwoods on Woodside, both with their golden needles and with very green spring.
yeah, they're right
Foliage.
next door. So
Yeah, they're super great.
yeah, they are.
I love those. And where was I? Oh, it's at my son's college, but walking around, and there were so many Dawn redwoods, and I just felt really proud of myself for recognizing them everywhere that I was looking. But that was this weekend. Okay, follow-up topics. So I am remiss, I did not get the tree tags out, and I feel like now I forget what tree without the leaves might be bad. I don't know, Julian, if you can help me with that,
Do you
or
want to make a time? We can go around and
okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
let's do it.
All right, I'll reach out to you separately. I would like to get those up, but again, I sort of forgot what trees are what. I can look back on some photos, but I
No
don't know how
problem.
to identify them without their leaves.
I'm not as good as Alan, but
You
I
can
I'm
use the tree
okay with that.
inventory.
True. Well, these are the ones we planted. So, all right, so I will do that. The Tree City USA application, Alan, I found the document that Henry did last year, so are they the same questions? Should I just answer those same sort of standard questions for
Yeah,
you?
it's not, yes, the same
Okay.
questions, but again, it's really just, what the committee accomplished this year.
Yep.
Any copies of any articles or stories or online social media links that could be added to it, just include those in it.
Okay. I will get that pulled together for you this month as well. Brooks, who's not joined us, but he did send everybody information on the municipal reforestation bill. So if you want to learn more about that or write to your senator or representatives at the State House, please feel free to do that. And we did spend a little bit of time at our last meeting talking about local wood banks. And I didn't know, Britt, if you've had a chance to follow up with No Loose Braids.
Yes, so I have followed up with them, and it sounded like, I talked to Andre, and I think we kind of mutually decided that the best thing would be to visit the wood bank or the wood lot, the stored Ruxton, to see if there is wood there that they would be able to transport. And so Alan was kind enough to offer a couple of days, and I shared those dates with Andre, and I haven't heard back. And those dates were yesterday and tomorrow. So, and Halloween. So, it's kind of in his court at the moment. And yeah, so we'll see if that goes anywhere.
The wood's not going anywhere, so if you
The
know.
wood's not going anywhere, that's
Yeah.
right. So yeah, but it is a season now where folks are going to be needing, wood. So I would assume that he'll reach out if he continues to be interested. So yeah. But thank you, Alan, for
Yep.
offering those dates.
Yeah, thank you. Well, hopefully something may come of it, but thank you for following up. The last item here is on the significant tree ordinance, but Sarah already made a great suggestion for working on that. Sarah, if you, I'm not sure, but I didn't see the documents uploaded to our Google Drive. I don't know if you had a chance to do that, but that would be great if you could do that before we meet in January.
I haven't yet, but I will.
Thank you. Okay. Mary Maple table, nothing I think is going to happen with that. Thank you for holding on to it, Britt. Any committee comments or topics not reasonably anticipated by the chair? I remember last meeting we had some I think a UMass student. Britt, did that student ever reach out
He
to you?
did. Carter sent me an email about doing an independent study. Trying to see when he sent that. I owe him an email. It's like a week overdue. So
Okay.
he said, you brought up the idea of an independent research project. I'm interested in it. Can you tell me more? So that's on me to follow up with him and see if he might be helpful. So I'll do that tomorrow.
Okay. Thank you.
And I didn't hear anything from the other student who had attended.
Okay. Yeah, I thought they had some interesting ideas about sort of, sponsor a tree or a block, or, you see those things on highways. But Haley seemed really, and she came to our planting last month and seemed very
Yeah.
enthusiastic about the committee and doing the work. So, and she's at, I believe at UMass now.
Yeah.
So
I kind of just assumed that both of them had been put up to attending the meeting in some class or something, but it seems to be like a genuine interest. Which is
Yeah.
great. Yeah.
And Haley is working at UMass, so
Okay.
yeah, not a student. Okay. Any other things to discuss? This feels long, even though it was a shorter meeting, feels long because of the tree hearing beforehand.
No, I think it was a very good meeting. Thank you, Ellen.
Thank you. Thank you, Henry. Alan, I also want to just touch base with you, which committees you think we should sort of stay on top of
Okay.
in terms of projects where trees might be needed for planting or removed. So I'll follow up and I'll shoot you a text, Julian, to do tree tags. And
Great.
good.
I was on the solar bylaw working group that since dissolved, but that had something to do with it. So
Yes, thank you for doing that. And all the meetings are also recorded. So I do sometimes watch other committee meetings. So
That's a great point. Yeah.
you don't have to be there at the time, but it's just to keep on top of what is happening in town. Okay. Well, thank you, everyone. Can I have a motion to adjourn? Henry, that's your motion. You're motioning to adjourn.
so moved.
I motion we
Julian, you're
adjourn.
seconding it. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
All right. Be well. Bye.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.